Hi, this is David Trotz, author of Password Caddy, and today I want to show you some features and functionality built in Password Caddy. So let's get started. So when you first start Password Caddy, your first time, you will be prompted to create what we call a caddy. And when you create this caddy, you will need to set a master password. Now I've already done this, so I'm going to go ahead and enter the master password that I created or entered when I created this caddy. And when you first come into a caddy, you'll see what we call the caddy dashboard. And from here you can see you can add a new key, you can find your keys, we have a list of the top 10 most accessed favorites, and then as well you can back up your keys using an in-app purchase add-on call for backup. Down here we have all the categories where all your keys are stored, and you can see each category lists how many keys it's storing underneath it. So if I click here, you'll see we have 2 keys. And likewise here we have 4. So you can quickly see where all your keys are being kept. And if you just can't remember and you have a whole bunch, just hit find. Type as many of the letters as you think you need to find what you're looking for. So I'm looking for Amazon. And as you can see, it found it. Now say you search for something that's used more often in your keys, you'll find that it'll give you a list instead, which might be very helpful if you're trying to find something and you just can't remember it. As well, we do not search your password, so if you're looking for all instances of a certain password, we just don't do that. We thought it was a security risk, so we don't search your passwords. And then here for the favorites, it shows the top 10 like I was mentioning, and as you use keys more and more often, you'll see them float up to the top of the list here. And so typically what you're going to do is you're going to come in and you're going to look at your keys. So I go here, and I can look at, say, my Amazon account. And you can see here I've got login information with a website, username, password, and I can tap on a URL one and it'll ask me if I want to launch it to Safari or maybe copy it to a clipboard or perhaps edit the field itself. If I edit it, it takes me to the screen where I can then edit the value that's there. I can also accomplish this by hitting this little disclosure icon, which takes me directly to the edit. Another thing you can do is, as you can see, we hide passwords that by default. Just tap on the password and say reveal password and it'll show it. We felt that it was a security risk just to show it by default, so we hide it by default so that if someone's looking over your shoulder when you're in this app or you want to show it off to a friend but you don't want to show off your passwords, this feature allows you to do that. So let's come back here. Another thing that you're going to be doing a lot in Password Caddy is adding keys. So to add a key, just hit add. You can choose the icon that you want to use. You can see we have about 100 icons. And then give it a name. Choose the category of where you want to store it. I'm going to store it in website logins. And then the template that you want to base this key on. This basically determines what fields are going to show up in your key. And don't worry if it doesn't match exactly. You can always add more fields and sections later on, but at least get something close. So for this, I'm going to use the website login. Click done, and then you can see we have our key created with the title and icon, the website that we'll enter here, username, and password. What's really cool about this is if you're feeling lazy and don't want to create your own random password, let us do it for you. Come in here, set your criteria, how long you want it to be and all the special characters and whatnot. Hit generate password. If you like what you see, or don't, just keep hitting it till you like what you see and then say use this password. Come back here, go reveal password, and you can see that it used that password that we had just had it generate for us. That's pretty handy. And that pretty much concludes the basic use of this app. I don't want to go too far in depth. There are tutorials that when you first start up, you're going to learn more about all the different things you can change and add. If you find that you forgot something that was shown in a tutorial, you can easily get to it by coming back to the main screen here. Hit the eye icon, and under settings you'll see a reset tutorials. Just hit that, and next time you go into your caddy, you get this nice little tutorial that'll kind of guide you through how how to use the app. If it's your first time using the app, you get that immediately. But if you hit cancel at any point during any of these and then later on you change your mind, that's how you get back to it. Well, that concludes the session. I hope you enjoy using Password Caddy.